constructing 90-degree and 60-degree angles. Below is a quick animation of a 90-degree angle being constructed using what's known as a perpendicular bisector. We're going to complete the construction of a 90-degree angle in steps on the next few slides. Notice as it's constructing those circular arcs, they're creating a locus of points from each endpoint, so from endpoint A and endpoint B, and the 2 points that were created here are equidistant from points A and B. That is why you end up getting a perpendicular bisector, or a right angle in the middle, and then it's equidistant or equidistant on both sides. So we're going to begin by placing the point of our compass on point A, and we're going to open it so that the pencil is more than halfway. It doesn't matter how far it is, just as long as it's over half the distance to B. And from here, we're going to draw an arc that goes all the way through, and we're giving extra room both above and below our segment. Keeping the compass locked at that same distance as we drew the arc in our first step, we're going to draw another arc. And we're going to draw this arc with our compass, and we can see that it intersects our black arc in 2 places. The 2 intersection points of our arcs are going to be connected with a line segment using a ruler or any straight edge that is available. We're also going to label the intersection points of our 2 line segments, so the one going vertical and the other going horizontal, as point M. It is the midpoint of segment AB, and this line segment that we just drew is perpendicular to line segment AB. The 4th step is to erase any unnecessary lines. And since we know that this extra segment that was created is perpendicular to the original line segment, it created a 90-degree angle, and we can use the perpendicular line box or fill in 90 degrees to label our final angle. Another important angle to be able to construct is the 60-degree angle. You will notice it is very similar to how we created 90-degree angles. Let's go through it step by step. First, construct a line segment that has any length and label the endpoints. We chose A and B. The next step is to take your compass and place the tip on one endpoint and make an arc. Your arc should be about 90 degrees worth, or a quarter of a circle in length. Next, take your compass and place the tip on the other endpoint and keep the extension the same as the last step, and make another arc that intersects the first arc. You can see they cross right up here. The last step is to make a point where the 2 arcs intersected. Connect this point with one of the endpoints of the original segment to make an angle, one angle, and label that angle. It will be 60 degrees. And the reason why it is 60 degrees is if you actually connected all 3 of these points, you would create an equilateral triangle, and all the angles in an equilateral triangle measure 60 degrees.